everyone, it's Mel here and welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness. Welcome to my disgusting paddock. It has been raining a lot lately, but that's okay. We're going to do a video today talking about how I know what my horse looks like. Understanding what something looks like is, I think, a very difficult topic to really talk about, because not every person who is blind or has low vision can understand visual concepts. Now, I have only got light perception. I can't see shapes, movement, colours, anything like that. So I just don't see, apart from a little bit of light and dark. And I haven't always been like that. I have had vision in the past when I was growing up. If you've been following my story for a while now, you'll know that when I was younger, I had a little bit of vision. And that vision was enough to get an understanding of what my hair looks like, to get an understanding of what my dogs look like, things like that. But now, the only way that I can see those things in my mind in a visual way is by having someone describe it to me and compare it with something that I could see, which you'll see in a minute when my support worker Camille gives me a tour of Maggie's body. But for someone who is completely blind and has been completely blind since birth, that is someone who either doesn't have eyes or someone who has a condition such as maybe Leber's congenital amaurosis, and they are completely blind right from the beginning. They can't understand visual things because they never had those visual references. I have got a friend who has been completely blind since birth, to whom people try and explain colours and things like that are very visual, obviously, that she can't understand what is red, what is white, but people still seem to find it necessary to explain to those people red shirt, white lab, things like that, which makes no sense to them. But for me, those things do make sense in a way because I have seen them. Like I said, I have to think of something that I can compare that colour to, that I have seen in the past. But vision is not the only way that I can see. As you watch me feel Maggie's body to get an idea of what she looks like from a visual sense, I'm also examining her from a tactile sense, and I can see her through my hands without having to even know what she looks like through my eyes. I know what a horse's face feels like. I know what a horse's mane and tail feel like. I know what her summer coat versus her winter coat feels like. She's so fluffy at the moment because it's winter. I know what a horse feels like, and I know what a horse should feel like, and I'm very perceptive of if I felt a totally different horse to Maggie, I would probably know that it was a totally different horse in an instant like that, because I know what she feels like. I know what she should feel like. I know what she feels like if she's lost weight or put on weight, or as soon as she started getting her winter coat, I felt the change. I can feel where she's muddy and where she's clean. I can feel she's got 2 lumps on her neck that I'll show you in a video one day, where I think she must have been grabbed on the neck by a horse in the paddock as a young foal. It looks like she's been mouthed by another horse, and she's actually got 2 lumps on her neck on either side where it looks like she's been bitten. And I know her in that very intimate way. I know all of her muscles. I know I can feel that she's about to move before she actually moves. Like, I can feel her transfer the weight from one leg to another, that sort of thing. So I can see her in that tactile way as well, and know her very intimately from that way. So without further ado, I will put the video here of me learning what she looks like. So we'll start at the beginning with her head. Now, I know that there's a little white patch on her head, but I'm not exactly sure where it is and how big. Oh, look how fluffy she's got! She's just getting her winter coat too, so she's all fluffy.
Right there. Oh, hang on, right.
So her white patch is right there.
It's probably 1, 2, 3 fingers long.
3 fingers long. And it's probably not very wide. There's actually a slight difference in the texture of the hairs. Those white hairs are actually a tiny bit longer.
And it's probably only 2 fingers wide.
And then the rest of her face is obviously, she's bay technically, so the rest of her face is obviously a dark brown of some description. So is the dark brown, say, as dark as my hair, which is a brown that I can remember what it looks like?
Yes, it is. But may I have your hand, please, Mel? Okay, so I'm going to say she's dark, and then right from there she's very chestnutty. Around there, totally.
Around her nose and that.
Yeah, she's
got a very chestnutty kind of.
Yeah, but then it darkens up to go.
And then I know that her mane is black. Yeah.
Yes.
And her tail is also black.
Yes.
But her body hair is all that same dark brown as my hair is.
Yes.
But then she's
with tiny flecks through it of that chestnut flecks sort of every now and
then she's got black, hasn't she?
then. Just above her knees down. Yeah, from there down it's black.
But the difficulty that I also have with her
I've got that part.
is that she's got a white bit on one of her legs. So which leg is it, and where does it start?
It's that leg. Take your hand down.
So the near hind, if you're wondering what that leg is.
I'm a horsey person.
Yeah.
Take it down. Keep going.
So she's black from the knee.
The knee. That bottom lumpy bit. Keep going.
The fetlock joint.
Oh, there you go.
So from her fetlock to the beginning of her hoof, which is filthy, is all white. So as I said, she is a bay mare. She has a white splash, I'm going to call it, because it's not a star and it's not a whatever on her forehead, just a tiny bit above her eyes, which is 3 fingers beside each other long and 2 fingers beside each other wide. She has a black mane and tail, black on her 4 legs from her knee down to her hoof, apart from her near hind, which for those of you who aren't horse riders, that's her back left leg. She has white from her fetlock joint, which is the last joint in the leg before the hoof. She has white from the fetlock joint down to her down to her coronet band, which is the bit of where the hoof joins the leg, where the hard surface of the hoof joins the leg, is all white down to there. And like I said, she's got a black mane and tail, and she's got very dark brown body hair, apart from a few little sort of specks of chestnut in it. So she's a very beautiful girl. And I don't think I said this in the tour, but I actually did know what she looked like before I shot this video, but I hadn't actually really had a good thorough feel of like what was where, what white bits were where. So I've got a bit of a better understanding now of which one of her back legs is the one with the white and that sort of thing. So now I can see her even better in my mind's eye. But like I said earlier, I can see her with my fingers in my mind's eye as well, and I can feel and see her at the same time. It's really hard to try and explain. So now if I was to meet another horse, I could get an understanding of its colouring by what I can see of Maggie. And also when I think about Lily, who I will insert a photo here of me and Lily. I can remember what Lily looks like as well. She was a grey mare. She was a Connemara pony, which is an Irish mountain pony. I loved her. She was gorgeous. And I remember that my instructor told me when she got her winter coat that her white hairs in her winter coat were almost the same colour as Darcy's white hairs, or yellow kind of hairs. He's a lot darker now than he was when he was a puppy, apparently. So that is really how I learn it and understand it. I hope that this has made sense. I hope that you understand now how I see a little bit better. And I also hope that you understand that you can't really explain very visual things to people who are non-visual, I'm going to say. People who are completely blind, who have been completely blind since birth. Those people who are completely blind and always have been would be able to understand what a horse looks like only by feel, not by the visual concepts, because they don't have the visual concept. So I hope that you've learned something. I hope that this video has been a bit of a help to you. It certainly has been fun learning exactly what she looks like. Please remember to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell notifications for more updates. And let me know in the comment section down below if there is something that you would like to understand about living as a blind or vision impaired person, and learning all about blindness. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.